Hi guys, welcome back. In this tutorial, I am going to discuss about selectors in CSS. CSS selectors are used to select HTML element to define the style. So there are 5 ways through which we can select any HTML element to define the style. And this is the code, HTML code, which I am going to use to define the all 5 CSS selectors. So let's open the VS Code and create a new HTML file, CSS Selectors. .html and put that dummy code here. Okay. So in our HTML code, we have two div. First div for having the two HTML tag, h2 tag and p tag, and second div also having the two HTML tag, h2 tag and p tag. Okay. So let's write this code here. First take a div and h2 tag and p tag. And for this p tag, we can take any dummy text. So let's copy this text from here till book and paste here. Okay, so this is the first div tag, and let's define the second div. Same, take the h2 tag and p tag. Okay, and this h2 tag contains this about word. Okay, and for this p tag, copy this dummy text and paste here. Okay, and open with live server. So these are the two divs. First one is welcome and second one is about div. Okay, and let's move to our notes. So first we are going to discuss about the class selectors. Okay, the class selectors selects HTML element with the specific class attribute. To select elements with a specific class, write a period character followed by the class name. Okay, so suppose this is the welcome heading. We want to change the color, text color of this welcome heading to some other text color. Okay, currently the text color is welcome, it is by default. So to change the text color of this welcome of this h2 tag, what we can do, either we can define our CSS by the tag name, h2 tag name, but in this page we have two h2 tag, so the same style will apply for the both h2 tag. Okay, so we don't want this, we want to change the color of this welcome text only. Okay, so there is one way, either we can define the ID or by class. Okay, so let's define the class attribute and and give the class name primary heading. And to define the style, here take the style tag. Okay, I'm changing the title also. CSS selectors. Okay, so for by the use of this class we can define the style of this s2 tag. So dot to select any element with the class name, first we need to use one special character. This is dot symbol or period symbol. After that give the class name. Primary heading. And to change the font color of the text we need to define the color attribute. Color we can define any blue. Okay, now open our browser. We can see the color of the welcome text is blue. So this is the class selectors. Here we are using the class to select a particular HTML element. Now move to the next selector. Our next selector is ID selector. The ID selector uses the ID attribute of an HTML element to select a specific element. The ID of an element is unique within a page, so the ID selector is used to select one unique element. Okay, so ID, we cannot repeat the ID on the same .html file. For each element we should keep a unique ID. To select an element with a specific ID, write a hash character followed by the ID of the element. Okay, so suppose this is our first div and this is the second div, and we want to change the background color of the first div. Okay, we want to change the background color of this first div. So to change the background color we need to define the ID. Okay, this is the ID, and we need to use the hash symbol and then followed by the ID name and background color. Save our program and open this. So we can see the background color of the first div is changed. So here we are using the ID selector to select the first div. Now move to the next element selector. The element selector select the HTML element name directly to specify the style. Okay, in example here we are changing the background color of our HTML page. Okay, by here we are using the body element. So element selector, it means when we use the element name to select that element, it is called element selector. Select a light background, light blue. light blue and open this. Yes, we can see the background color is changed. Or we can define some other color also, because it is mixing with our first div background color. We can take light gray. Yes, that's nice. So by using the body element selector, here we are defining the background color of our HTML page. And the next selector is multiple selector. Okay, the multiple selector used to select multiple or a group of element to specify the same style for all element in that group. Suppose there are 5 element, and for all 5 element you want to define the same style for all 5 element. So we can select all the 5 element in once and define the style for all those 5 element, okay, by using multiple selector. We can use id selector, class selector or element selector to create a group. Okay, so we can select a group of element by using id, class or element name and define the same style for that particular group of element. So open this, and suppose for all the 2 divs we want to define some style. Okay, here we have 2 divs. First div have welcome id and give the id to the second div also, so that we can select it. The id is a about. Okay, and we want to apply the same css style for both the div, so we need to select the both div here. So hash symbol, welcome, and for selecting the second div we need to use another hash symbol, but between the 2 ids we need to keep the comma. Okay, it means the element who have the id welcome and the element who have the id about, both element are selected here. And define some style, we can say border, two pixel, solid, define the red border, and we can define the padding and margin also. Padding 10 pixel and margin you can say 5 pixel. Okay, and open our browser. Here we can see a red border is appearing here for both the div. Okay, and padding and margin also apply for both the div. So this is the multiple selectors. We can choose multiple element to define the same style. Move to the next one. Next one is nested selector. Nested selector use the HTML element hierarchy to select an element. Okay, So in nested selector, we use the element hierarchy to select an element. Suppose this is the first div and I want to change the font size of this first div text. Okay, here this is the first div and this is the second div. So I want to change the font size of this p tag. So how I can do it? If I am going to select by the element name p, then this style will apply for the both p tag, because in this page we have two p tag. Okay, so how we can do this? There are many way, but I am going to use the nested selector to define the style of this p tag. Okay, how we can use? First I am selecting this div, okay, because it is the parent tag. This is the parent tag. Inside this parent tag we have two child tag, okay, h2 and p. So first select the parent tag. This is the parent tag, and inside this parent tag we have this p tag. Okay, so just one space and the p tag. Okay, so it means first go to the welcome id, means the element who have the welcome id, and inside this welcome id element select the p tag. Okay, this is the meaning of this selector. This is nested selector. And here change the font size. Font size 20 pixel. Okay, and open the browser. Here we can see the font size of the first p tag or welcome div p tag is increased to 20 pixel. So friend, this is all about the selectors in CSS. Thank you for watching this video.